There. Come on. It should be any second now. Yeah, there it is. There's now I have to time to share this bad boy on the Discord. This one and then this one. That's right. A whole year since last stream. Wow, can you believe it? 1 whole year. Incredible. I can't believe it's been so long. And I kind of sort of have ideas of what to do. Okay, no, I'm lying. I don't have any ideas. That's the strategy. So, yes, good. Well, let's just do something. Big fan of doing something. Even though I don't know what that something is. Wow, what a not good start. I was originally going to start the stream an hour ago, but I started making fried rice for the first time ever. And you have to kind of make the rice beforehand. Or at least that's what like 99% of the recipes that I saw said. So I did that. And then I didn't have the daily drawing done, so I finished that. And now I'm here. What have I done to this arm? Oh, it's terrible. Horrid terrible. Get the other one working too. Working as in not looking horrible. Thinking of how to draw this hand is that's definitely something for my mind right now. OMG, hello. Library Echo. 3 a.m.? What the heck are you doing watching this stream? I mean, thank you for being here, but also, jeez. Can you wake people up? I can try to communicate with words. I guess I could also type it, but maybe I should type it. We're coming to the stream. You should be asleep. It's a good emoji. Emoji for this. Okay, search emojis. There. It's cool. Time to watch a stream. Oh, I guess it's kind of unfortunate that I don't really. I guess it'd be either 2 or 3 for my normal stream times, which are not exactly ideal. There's no way there's live captioning. No, there's definitely not live captioning. Although I guess live captioning can also be very dangerous if it captions it wrong in any way. If not being confusing, could get a very not good word. What have I done? Try to do some weird legs, but those maybe a bit too weird. I should, like, work on clothes or something. Thing I'm famously not good at. Famous being a very strong word. Then again, why would I use references on stream day? I don't use references on stream day, that's ridiculous. Even though I should. probably checked as my... yeah, maybe the fan does get picked up by the mic. Whatever. It's I can't do anything about that. It does suck, but yeah, I can't really stop that. Sadly. Anyways. Alright, time to fumble the bag by trying to do close without a reference. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. The power of erasing. What about some like random belts? Because that's fantasy clothes, right? 500 belts for some reason. Basically just a bunch of harness-esque things. Thank you, fantasy clothes, for being completely reasonable. Maybe even the like comically frilly pants. eraser, my beloved. I can do ripped sleeves, especially with these giant arms. Which I will make even larger. Make the hands a little more, less hand-like. More strange, a little odder even. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to help my dad with something. Pants and shoes or boots. Yeah, I totally know how to make boots and stuff. You know, I draw them all the time. Yeah. For sure. See? Perfectly good, reasonable pair of boots. Of which I draw all the time and know how to draw. I can get like one of them goofy folds. Not goofy. Sorry. Really cool and awesome folds. I don't know what they're actually called though. Top bit of boot. Now, pants. These, this is why you use a reference, because it's just not, it just doesn't look good. I'm sure I can fix it. Yeah. For sure, definitely can fix this. Winks at you through the non-existent camera. Hinting at my lack of confidence in being able to fix it. Do you have a theme for the stream you're just doing? Hello, baby Bingus. I do not have a theme. I am just doodling. If you want to give me something to doodle, I can do that. But otherwise, I have no plans. I mean, I did kind of come up with a sub-plan, I guess. Not like a main one, but it was just like, hey, I should like improve on clothes, because I don't do those. But also when I stream, I like don't want to look up references because that takes time, and gotta get the stream drawings going, you know. So I kind of just been winging this, which is not what I should be doing, but you know, whatever. If these are weird belts, then they gotta have the random belt buckle, of course. Good old random belt buckle. Have you done any drapery studies? Nope. I have not done, like, well, I guess by the way I define studies, I haven't really done, like, any studies. I mean, I have looked at images and then tried to use them as reference of draperies and stuff, but, like, that was mid-drawings that I was already doing. And I wouldn't say I was, like, quote-unquote studying the actual, like, how gravity is affecting it or points of tension. I was just, like, you know, going, yep, this is just how it is in this specific scenario. Which, I mean, I guess is kind of a study. I mean, that's probably a study enough. Not like a good study, but, like, probably counts. Like right now, I'm thinking these are a point of tension. These belts are some weird point of tension. I'm a big fan of winging it. And then going, why does this look bad? Even though I know it's because I winged it. Pretty sweet, pretty awesome cycle. Yeah, that's what I usually do. I don't know how people get into the study mindset. Yeah, I don't know either. I find like, or what I think of actual studying, I think of that as being incredibly boring. And I'd rather just draw the stuff I like. And if I like it enough, I'll like actually learn how to do it eventually. Just because I'll go like, well, this isn't good enough. Time to learn how to do it better. And that's where I think like actual studying comes into play rather than like I'm not a big, all right, I guess today's clothing day, or today is learn how to actually do, I don't know, hair for realsies. Instead of just like what I think kind of looks good. It's got like this seam there. You know, it's like, well, these boots aren't like have zero texture or anything to them, but look at that texture, just a week away. Can you believe it? Wow. Texture, maybe, or I guess shading? Guess it wasn't really texture. It was more so shading. I can change that, sort of, kind of. Make it like those, I think it's wool lined boots. I'm like pretty sure at least. Not 100%, but. And this hand can be made clearer. Same with the other hand. Arm, forearm, hand combo. Whatever the heck I got going on here. What did I... Interesting choice by me there. Looked like I started the hand really early on the wrist instead of having an actual transition in the right spot. Alright, how long did that take? 40 minutes. Yes! Yes! And they don't have a shadow underneath them. Minor detail. Something something, they're a vampire, question mark. Bang. Shadow acquired. No Chaos Emerald needed. Now what? Time to wing it. I got experience in that. Also a big fan of drawing face guides and then just proceeding to completely ignore them and like go what's the point of the center line if I'm not even using it as a whatever. I'm just going through the motions. And then ignoring said motions. So much so that I'm just going to delete this actually. Because I'm evil like that, I guess. The extra long pointer finger. Yes, that eye is... It's looking somewhere, that's for sure. This is the part where I completely ignore the head circle that I drew previously because it's just not as good. It happens, don't worry. I'm just a big fan of starting with the circle and then completely ignoring it. Or like having stuff shift and then go, well, that circle doesn't line up anymore. Now you can be looking up. And then realizing that this eyeball is so comically large. That it didn't really fit. It's like this hand is... Well, hold on. Little check never hurt. I mean... Maybe be a bit smaller. So let's just move this eyeball to be more, I don't know, looking toward the camera, maybe? Or towards the hand? Probably a bit better. What? Funny hat. What would you say you draw the most inspiration from? What would I say I draw the most inspiration from? Trying to think. I mean, for character-wise, probably like mangas and stuff. I just really like a lot of that style. At least of, you know, the popular ones like One Punch Man and stuff. But, you know, some other ones too. Love your work. Thank you and welcome to the stream. What else inspires me? Like artistry-wise, I do like semi-realistic paintings of dark fantasy things, subjects. Like, big fan of the Souls games, Elden Ring, that kind of stuff. In fact, I was playing Night Rain last night. Beat the balancer solo. And then lost multiple times with friends, but you know, it happens. There's one artist. Let me make sure I'm getting their name right, even though I should know it, but I always say it wrong for some reason. Who is Anato Finstark? I probably pronounced that wrong horribly, but they do a lot of more painterly-like digital paintings. Painterly-like paintings, nice one. And I really like their style. They've also done some art for Magic the Gathering, which is also very good. I wouldn't say I take like super heavy inspiration from Magic the Gathering, but I do look at the art sometimes, you know. Outside when I played. Because the art cards are cool. And what else? I don't know, is it like weird to say sometimes, you know, my like my dreams? Yeah, sometimes they get some good ideas in there sometimes. That might be a bit of a weird answer though. But hey, sometimes it's true. I couldn't tell you the last piece that was inspired by my dreams, but you know, they exist. I mean, I could say one, but that one is kind of old. Ignoring that long pause I had there, I was thinking of stuff to say. I'm not a streamer, okay? I haven't streamed since last year. That's like a long time. You know what? They're getting long ears too, just so they can be seen. You're welcome. These are get angry. Let's do. Yeah, sure. Draw classic monster. Monsert. It's a good monster to draw. Take a little bit of red. Give the people what they want. Monster design. I should be doing this. I feel like I am violently shaking the desk that the mic is on, and I would find it really funny if that somehow picked up as a whooshing noise. But I don't know. I have no idea what the heck this thing picks up. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes, and by sometimes I mean probably most of the time, it picks up my computer fans super loudly, or a noise 5 rooms down or whatever. It'll pick that up, and sometimes it'll just ignore my voice. So that's awesome. Probably because I have no idea how the heck I'm supposed to have the settings set up properly. Auto control. Nice and pointy. And then take a nice bright color. And let's see if I can remember where the heck I had the things, like the eyeballs. And the mouth. And the where this horn was protruding from. Sketch of the monster reminds me of the old gas mask. I'm a big fan of old gas masks. And plague doctor masks. They're pretty neat. It's so nice how many monster designs can just come from things that have existed or currently exist. I mean, describing that, I just realized that's just how ideas work. Just remixing stuff that you know. I love how ideas work. Pretty neat. Pretty cool how you can just take a thing that exists in the world and then turn it into something different. Crazy how the mind works. I wonder which part of my brain this guy came from. The scary bits? The normal, not scary bits? The secret monster drawer I keep inside my brain? I mean that you didn't hear that? There is no monster drawer? The apple was about there, around there. You know what? Let's give you a little, like a skull nose. Which I guess would be, yeah, skull nose. bone dragon sketch thing. That is an eraser. I thought I couldn't tell it was becoming white instead of beige. Tan, not tan. Yeah, it's a beige. This makes me think that side is not quite accurate. There, you know what? Closer. I didn't mean to do closer as in view-wise. I just accidentally hit the Zoominate button instead of the change brush size button. I do that quite a bit though. That just happens. Maybe I should get like a 3D printed, well that wouldn't really work, some sort of button cover thing. So I can better tell which button is which without having to look. I mean, I still don't look when I get it wrong, I just kind of start moving my finger around, but... Back on the Huey on Canvas 13, they had different sized buttons for the middlemost two. And now on the 16 they don't. Kind of a big miss, but whatever. Everything else is worth it. Hello, welcome to the stream. Is it no, like, no promise? No promises? I don't know, I can't read or spell. Currently drawing, whatever the heck this thing is. Skull. Beast. Creature. The creator. You know, he's chilling. Having a good time. Maybe I should get these horns more done. Alright, is over here. Everything is dog if you squint. That's, well... Sure, yeah. I mean, like, I would have to ask questions on, like, if you saw an ostrich or something, and then you squinted, and then saw it as a dog. But, I mean, I guess if you squint hard enough, you know. Or, like, in this case, with the horns, I mean, I guess maybe the dog's just got some really funny ears, you know. They do that sometimes. Oops. Big fan of accidentally zooming, as previously stated. No, I kind of have it as like a weird snake serpent body neck. So you know what? I'll keep that. I'll keep that. You know, that's just how it is. It's actually a weird snake made of spine, which I guess that's just how snakes are, made of just long spines with ribs. which is kind of what's happening here. Snake's fine. It's fine. Snake. Whatever. You guys get it. Yeah. That's pretty, I'd say that's pretty done. Legless doggo. That's true. Didn't think about it that way. Also, like, wiener dog viewed from above. They're like legless dogs when viewed that way. Now I can do this random detail I love doing for some reason. I love adding random lines. Contour lines. Wow. What a beautiful... Let's go for this one. Beautiful... bone child. Skeleton creator. How sweet. Alright, what is next on the chopping block? Another creator, perhaps? Maybe this one blue instead of red based? Maybe calling this red based is... I don't know if that makes sense. But it like... It's red based. That's the scientific term, of course. Red based. Red 40 based. So let's go to blue. Big fan of blue. What is... What's a blue creature? You don't know how much I want to just do another exactly the same shape as before, but blue. Square? Circle? Nothing's coming to me. Bird? Oh, the other one's already... The other one's... You know what? Inverse of that one. Sort of. It's kind... Okay, you know what? We're doing whatever the heck this thing is. A wonderful shape. Purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple, blue, purple. Let's go purple. Face. It's blue again. A bit of an Adam's apple. I don't know if this can be... Well, you know, it's not done yet. Maybe it can be considered a dog when it's closer to being done. Can't say it's not. What a interesting jaw shape I've got going on for this guy. I'm changing that. Sorry, pal. Oh, what if idea? Goodbye, that. Hello, regular jaw. And a classic side profile, which I am definitely good at, and definitely don't need to use a reference every single time I make a side profile. Yeesh. Don't worry, I for sure got this. Hold on. Check this out. Transform. Rotate. That didn't help at all. That might have made it. That definitely made it worse. Well, you know, you win some, you lose some. This is what I get for going. I'm not going to use a reference during the live stream. So, you know, it's basically completely my fault, and it is just my fault. And I could, you know, just go get a reference anyways, but no. I just have to hope it'll turn out good. The power of copium. Is this a really... Yes, it is a... Yeah, no, that's definitely just a really small face. What if it was also a mask? Does that in any way fix how silly it looks? Maybe. I'm just gonna say it does. And then move on with my life. So yeah, no, it totally it helps, guys. It's all just a funny mask. Headpiece. Thingy. That looks like this. And don't ask questions about it, because that's insensitive. Of course. As we all know. How do I make this more mask-like? I'll figure it out, Fake eyeballs. Undo my beloved. Up there with the eraser tool, for sure. Yikes. Oh. Little bit of brow increase. little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of wishing that I made this gold, because then like it would be much more obviously a mask, but you know, I mean, I guess I technically can go and then this one, and then this one, and then I can, which one of these is that's a start. Maybe I should have made it a filter instead of just like going, yep, that's the color it is now, but you know, planning ahead for these things is, the actual smart thing to do, but nah. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have these colors anymore. Like that, and I feel overlay coming in very useful very soon. Like right now. Oh, overlay. Overlay. That's saturate, my bad. I really want to change this profile. Like the profile, the shape profile, not the, it's the same thing, whatever. This in, this out, this out, this out. Oh, transform tool / smudge distort move. Thank you. It sounds like this that I wish that I like actually learned all the rules about gold rather than just going like, kind of green to kind of yellowy. I mean, I guess technically the green to kind of yellowy technically does work in a lot of cases, because most people also don't know the rules of gold. But for those who know, I'm cooked. And not this one, this one, yeah. Wow, this is... What have I done? What have I done? This green was a terrible choice of green. Oh, it's... Oh, I should have just looked up a red. No, no! I can't. I shan't. Oh, what I want to so bad. What have I done? What have I done? Oh my gosh, what have I done? Oh. Nice bright yellow. You know, what if it's not gold? What if it's the mystery metal? Yeah. Come on, we all know about mystery metal. Famed properties of looking like this. And not like gold. But like kind of almost sort of similar in the right circumstances. Yeah. Like, right guys? What have I done? I'm embarrassing myself on the stream. This one? Actually, what about... How does this work? Not at all. That's how. What about smudge with the Q-tip? That works more like how I was hoping the other one would work. Create little streaks. I think that overlay previously was not the play. Or maybe it's just this orange. Is it this orange? It's definitely odd. I also think that this right here, something like that, and then this can be inlaid. This goes back to being separated. And maybe I put some designs on this bad boy. So then I can cover it up. Ideas? Alright, time to make this look really bad now. It's called skill and strategy to make it look bad. Like this. Or how I assume bad it will appear after I'm done with this part. Hopefully it turns out good though. That'd be a nice little treat. A bit of reflections. Should probably keep the reflections in one straight line instead of 15 separate ones though. Definitely helps. Take my little this brush. Even I call it my little this brush instead of a gamer knife, maybe, as its full birth given name. Its full legal name. And I take white. Oh yeah, no, this is... Darn. Do I need to relearn how to do gold too? Probably. Well, I guess learn in the first place. I'm a big fan of looking it up day of when I'm trying to do whatever with the gold. It's definitely got this right there. That's the wrong color from what I can remember in my brain. However, the right color, I mean, that orange is yellowy orange, whatever, is definitely not right. That's it's like a weird but this I might fold and have to look up gold. I'm folding. I can't do this anymore. And render the gold. Images. What? Yeah, no, it's definitely that bright orange that I have. It's over. I folded, guys. I'm sorry. Worst part is that, from what I can tell, this color that I landed on is sort of kind of close to what it should be. But I already folded. It's over. You can all unsubscribe now. I'm a fraud. Had to do the thing you're supposed to do. Date ruined. That can stay. This one doesn't use any of the green though. And then take this really dark brown I already had. Maybe this should have design too. That would make sense to me. You know, I've made so many gold ceremonial headpieces in the past. Yeah, for sure. All the time, actually, in real life. Of course, I'm a goldsmith. Yeah, let's go with that. Take a little bit of this green color. Do a little bit of muddying up. And then let's take maybe back to this. Mixing this brown I've smudged everywhere. Well, you know, now this... Gotta just restart it. It's because this doesn't look good now with this new color. You know, I would start this one thinking to be a quick in and out adventure. You know, a couple minutes. You know, I guess it just ruined my life or whatever. Should not have thought to make it gold. Big blunder on my part, for sure. Who knows though? Maybe it'll end up nice. This, and now I take this color and I make it like a look at this color? Question mark? Yeah. Want to look at that color. Oops. Yeah, sure, yeah. Maybe not. Well. Oh, shiny materials. Why must you have such silly properties? This color is not. I searched up ref. I tried to render something reflective. I tried to imagine the environment it's reflecting in. That is a good idea. However, I'm just thinking about the white void, which, you know, for a reflective material, probably not ideal. Which. Okay, no, I was gonna say. That's kind of like what the reference I looked up, but I think the reference I looked up is supposed to be like a gold orb reflecting a people in a city? Question mark? I can't really tell. I'm just trying to steal the colors with my eyeballs. Also, I'm a fraud. But yeah, thinking of where it's reflecting, like if it was a green forest, there'd be a lot more greens. If it was some weird blue underwater area, lots of blues, obviously. If it's some horrible nightmare realm where neon colors shifted all the time into reality and all around you at all times, it would look like something. Probably something really weird. But you know, that's for whoever's in the neon nightmare realm to figure out. I personally will not be drawing this in the Neon Nightmare realm. Personally, of course. But, you know, anyone can do it if they want, you know? Yeah. I like this bottom bit here. Did I get that with the... I might have gotten that with blending? You know what I think I need? Darker darks. Although this is pretty dark. But I need to go even darker. Because that was my old thinking of shiny stuff, where it'd basically be like a regular material, but with the darks and lights pushed to an extreme. Which may not be accurate to the environment around them, but like, it tends to look good enough. Which, hey, sometimes that's all you need. Which, that's what I need right now. I should not be using that brush for reflections, because it is very rough. What oh, is this the that makes sense, because, yes. the body itself is this weird blue, pink, purple something. So that can get reflected. Hooray! Oops. I meant to shrink my brush. This one? Let's just call the mask part a different metal material. Deal? Shake on it. Thank you. Because it's definitely not gold. That much is obvious. Or at least, I guess it's obvious if you consider this other stuff to be gold. Which would mean that the mask part is definitely not gold. Because that's just a different color. Or, like you said, we say environmentally, that it's the color that it is because of the environment. Projector in front, shining directly onto just the face part. In such a way where reflections do not reach the rest of the helmet. Mask. Headpiece. I don't know what to call it, actually. Although looking at it, there should be some red bits in the gold in the front. With how what happened with the overlay went down. Hey, you know, that's not too bad. And I'll take some of the whatever the heck this color is and put that in there too. Oh, reflective surfaces. You're so silly. A little bit of white. Put it on the nose. And so I'm not patient enough probably to smooth out your whatever the heck these designs are. Ignore how I'm doing it right now. I just feel like I'm to say that to dig myself out of a pit if I stop working on them. Putting the ladder in first, you know. Something smaller than size 5. How about that? Wow. Incredible. Anyway, I guess it's time to go back to the head itself parts. Uh-oh. Did you hear that Discord ping? My bad. Huh, but I gotta check it. Wow. I didn't need to check it, as it turns out. Anyway, so now, reference, you're gone. Back to no reference. Stream saved. That's not the blue. This is the blue. Shoulder action, sort of. The appearance of a shoulder. shoulder enough. Let's just say it's shoulder enough. Oh, also I should. Yep. There we go. Yep. Yeah. Oh, power of highlights. What a magical power. Question mark. I should also have. Because the light, there's no way the light's coming from perfectly behind it. Probably. I mean, there's always a chance, I guess, but I'm gonna say not. How could I? Is this both? Yes. What is? That's a hair on my screen. I thought I had an extra line. Oops. What's this? It's gold. Dressed. And this little guy can be. Now what's? Actually, I can. Oh shoot! That the gold thing is that the words are backwards. I got this. And then your trunk and saved. Like nothing ever happened. It'd be really funny if now they're actually backwards and before they were not. But I don't think so. I should have probably. It's Galb. Okay, no, this is the right way. What next? Something greenish. Something nice and greenish. There's some green on this gold. Oh, such silly reflections. Now what to add into this green? I got some ideas, and by some I mean one singular idea. I can maybe make this a little better. Maybe like a swamp witch of some sort. Off to maybe not the greatest start due to just having a random shape of green as the back, but you know what? I'll get there. I'll get there. Eyeball, other eyeball. Shading of some sort. I will be honest, from the drawing a couple days ago. Hold on, I'm making sure I get the day right and not just say random. From 2079, I actually feel like I took away some like good facial things, tips, tricks, anatomy stuff. I don't know. I feel like I got some good ideas from it, you know. Now, can I apply them right now? That will be the real question. And I can't answer that exactly. I don't know. Finding out right now. Nostril. You know, I wasn't gonna do the eyebrow, but like, what up? I don't think that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I don't know. It just feels so funny to me. So Siri. Alright, time to get some sort of mouth in. What's a forest witch, wizard, warlock have, you know? Probably not such a defined drawline. I mean, I guess maybe they got the magic, whatever the heck those exercise balls that you squeeze with your mouth are to get a crazy jawline are. Maybe they got a mischievous smirk. Smile thing. Wow, they're looking goofy. All right. They definitely got a look going on. I think a lot of it is the eyebrows, though. I think that, yeah, that's probably definitely where most of the look I see is coming from. The power of using two colors gives them a interesting look as well. I think I'm definitely going to be up in the color count to 3 here pretty soon, though. Just for a highlightier highlight color. So I can definitely get some more color in here, you know. I don't know if the mouth has always looked this bad since I drew it, or I just noticed that it looked really funny, but it's definitely got something going on. Also, another highlight color would definitely help with the teeth, to not make them exactly the same as the skin color. The lips, the chin. The eyeballs, oh yeah, I was thinking of making them the eyeballs yellow. That's the old classic. Yeah. Oh wow. Got quite the character form in here. Yeah, you know what? Blue now. Let's get another highlight color. What a fun and nice character that would never do anything evil, surely. How could this character ever do anything evil? Eyebrows might have to get a little changed though when I inevitably do stuff like add a hood to hide their bald head. Because if this is some sort of forest witch, warlock, person, creature, dryad, maybe forest spirit, you know, it kind of just looks like an alien now. I'm gonna be real. I looked at the the stream screen and just went, "That's an alien. That's just an alien." So you know what? No neck. No, this is just still an alien. Well, you know, the forest spiritedness would all be in the clothes, right? That is blue and not green. I know what I'm doing. It also does not help that they're comically bald. No eyelashes. I guess they have eyebrows. I was going to say no eyebrows, but they definitely have eyebrows. That's like their third defining characteristic. Maybe second. No, maybe first for some. I'm getting sleepy. Wow. Wow. Not so bold anymore. Still, of course, very bold, but not as bold. I guess I can add hair slash a cloak maybe. Sorry, eyebrows. You were there for the joke. Maybe you'll be brought back. Oh, hi Nipsey. Welcome to the stream. Currently drawing that I don't know. I was saying forest spirit, witch, warlock thing, but well, you know, maybe it's being brought back there. A swamp creature. Oops. Big fan of zooming in too fast. Do you think she steals people's eyebrows to add to her own? You know what? Yeah, probably. That's classic forest spirit type behavior, or fey trickster. Just slowly building up one pair of eyebrows made from other people's eyebrows. Over who knows how many eons or months. Maybe it's a new hobby. Like, yeah. Sure, yeah. No, that's. I think that looks good. Break up the face a bit or whatever. More visual intrigue and whatnot. Alright, going back to the is this too much? Or not enough, you know? Ears. Classic forest spirit creature thing. These ears are. This one over here is a. Move that one in a bit. So how, I'll probably answer my own question, but to steal eyebrows, to make one pair of super eyebrows, like eyebrow hairs aren't that long. Are they like woven together, or is it magic? Would be my assumption. Because like the hair that's like all the way out here has to be like insane length for an eyebrow hair. That's ridiculous, you know? How do we? I was thinking, like, an action. Maybe holding eyebrow tweezers. The classic forest witch activity, holding eyebrow tweezers. As you do, of course. In the woods as a forest spirit. And all I have to do is think about how a hand... I can do this on another layer, I don't have to ruin this one. A hand outstretched. Or with tweezers. No, would I want it like... this? You know? And the tweezers are aiming at us. Or... like a just holding them kind of deal. Off to the side. Maybe a holding off to the side type deal. Just because that is more easily readable. And then I perhaps don't have to look it up. Perhaps you weaves them into a wire so eyebrows are possible. I mean, maybe. Just a big long wire. It is funny to think, though, that it's like, from a long ways away, it does just kind of look like a really comically long eyebrow. And then if you got close, it's like, there's just a wire with a bunch of eyebrow hairs around it. I imagine you'd get very self-conscious about that if you noticed the whole hundreds of eyebrows around a wire. And maybe that's why she steals them, if you like notice that or something. This a bit bigger, and then so this, and then this is too much of a hand. That's too many fingers. I wasn't thinking about how many fingers. Rookie mistake, honestly. Although, you know, maybe forest spirit with the 6 fingers. Possible. Ooh, I've just been adding green instead of erasing for a bit there. I'll merge it back down. How's this? The knuckles. This is a really big pointer finger that I have created here. Don't worry, guys. I got this. I can totally draw hands without a reference in a pose that isn't just a fist or a straight out like this. I got this. Hold on, I gotta think. I got this. I got this. Don't even worry about it. Just gonna restart this pointer finger for no particular reason. It's because I'm so confident in my ability to got this. This way, and then this way, and then the this way, and then the thumb. I mean, that's kind of like already there. Other than it being very not the right color for the shading situation going on here. Wow, that you could not tell that that is a hand unless I say, "Hey guys, that's a hand." Don't worry, don't worry. There were tricks to making hands look more like hands, like add in the little wrinkles on the joints. Yeah. Or the nails. There, now it's just like everyone else's hand. Yeah. Yeah. Bent back on itself, I think would be wise. Wise might not be the right word. Or natural. You know, these are some like large fingers, like width, thickness wise. Hey, I don't judge. Better for taking eyebrows? Question mark. First thing I've ever seen. I was gonna say pinky might be coming too far up, but I think they kind of do that in this position. Checks on hand. Mine does. In this specific position. Must keep prefacing this specific position because otherwise, you know, what's the point? And now, go behind here and add in the arm. That's a slight issue of arm color being same as hand color, so you cannot tell hand. Don't worry, I got this. I'll just add an outline and then just like that, every single problem is basically fixed. Wow, that's okay. It's I lied about every problem being fixed, that's for sure. Alright, so these fingers too wide. Well, you know, this is what happens in... I guess I could do that with the thumb, because that's what's really sticking out to me now. I mean, I guess the pointer finger is also kind of... It's doing something. Something in a bad way, of course. Also, thumb can go like that. Yeah. Now I just have to make it look like a thumb. Wow. Can you believe it? Thumb, kind of, sort of. Yeah. Let's just call it good there, you know, because I've been... Checks clock. That hand's been going on for, you know, a while. Time for the tweezers. I can do gold tweezers. Because conveniently I have all this gold. Alright, how do you hold these things? They will also be conically long for some reason. I'd hold like that, or... That's better. Oh, oops, I forgot that this is the same layer as the hand. I sure hope that doesn't cause any problems. Other than the ones that it's already caused. And then I take the green and throw some green in there. Yep, you can tell what those are, right? And it's not because I was saying that they're tweezers, right? Right? You just know that they're tweezers. Yeah. Whatever. Layers, you're now one layer. Congratulations. You've all been assimilated. Yes. The perfect body shape in the shadows. Just imagine that's like ideal or whatever. Give me your... Of course, needs a famous quote. Give me your eyebrows. How scary. Give me your eyeballs. I just whatever. Anyway, that's kind of like all the time I had. Nice 2 hours. Thank you everyone for coming in to watch the stream. The first stream of the year. Haven't streamed since last year. Ha ha ha. Thank you again. This is the part where I have to find the end stream. Goodbye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.